So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite these two equations in terms of a to get our first simplified equation, a equals 1 over b squared. Our second simplified version, a equals the cube root of 4 minus 3b cubed. We can set them equal to each other and see if we can rewrite the solution to the system of equation in terms of b. So let's do that. Okay. First things first, let's get rid of this cube. So cube root. So let's cube both sides. Next, we need to get rid of this b to the 6th in the denominator here by multiplying both sides by b to the 6th. 1 equals, now 4 times b to the 6th minus 3b to the 9th. I'm going to put that term first. We can go ahead and subtract 1 from both sides to get this cubic equal to 0. I can multiply both sides by -1, leaving us with 3b to the 9th minus 4b to the 6th plus 1 equals 0. Just looking at these equations given at the beginning, ab squared equals 1, so 1 times 1 equals 1 is a viable solution to this first equation. So let's see if that works in our second equation, and if so, we have found our first values of a and b. Let's assume, so let a equal b equal 1. If a and b are both 1, that means that 1 cubed plus 3 times 1 cubed equals 4. And that is true. So we have found our first values of a and b as 1 and 1. Okay, great. Now we need to find the other values of a and b by solving this cubic. I'm going to use a quick substitution to simplify this. Let u equal b to the 3rd power. And that's going to allow us to rewrite this as, I'll do that over here, 3u to the 3rd minus 4u squared plus 1 equals 0. We already know that one of the possible roots for b is 1. So if b equals 1, then u equals 1 cubed, using this little substitution here. Therefore, u also equals 1. And so if b equals 1 as a root of the first power 9 polynomial, then u equals 1 is definitely a root of this cubic. So let's go ahead and do our polynomial long division. That u minus 1 is our divisor. And our dividend is 3u cubed minus 4u squared plus, I'm going to input a little 0u just as a placeholder, plus 1. Now let's go ahead and do our polynomial long division here. Here is going to be minus 1. Okay, so we've just factored this cubic equals 0 into u minus 1 times 3u squared minus u minus 1 equals 0. Okay, now this is a quadratic, and we can definitely use the quadratic formula to find the roots of this quadratic here on the right. So let's do that maybe over here. All right, so we have now found the values of u. And let's recall that u is b cubed. So this is really, we can think of this as b cubed. Now, it's going to be useful to leave this in terms of b cubed because remember, that's what they're asking us for. They're asking us for b cubed. Okay? And I know that a cubed is simply 4 minus 3b cubed. So let's define some product. Let's say p is equal to our first possible values of a and b times the next possible sum of a cubed and b cubed, and then we're going to multiply that by the other possible values of b cubed and a cubed, substituting in this negative, and we're going to solve that. Okay, for the sake of time, When we multiply all of these, you're going to get 24, and that's your solution. Okay, here we have question number 2. We have the integral of 1 over x squared plus 4x plus 5 dx. You'll recall that the derivative of arctan of x is 1 over x squared plus 1. We can rewrite this as the integral of 1 over, and let's just complete the square, x squared plus 4x plus 4 plus 1 dx. And this x squared plus 4x plus 4, we know that that's going to be x plus 2 squared. So we can rewrite this as the integral of 1 over x plus 2 squared plus 1 dx. And because this fits so neatly into the definition of the derivative of arctangent, we can just take this rule and apply it in reverse. Our solution is the arctangent of x plus 2, because that is our substituted for x here. And let's not forget that this is not a defined integral, so we have to add our constant c. And we're done. For this, we're just going to use the converse of Pythagorean theorem. Is this true? Okay, 7 squared, that's 49. 12 squared, that's 144. When we add those up, do we get, well, 15 squared, that's 225. Well, let's go ahead and let's add this. 9 plus 4 is 13, and automatically we know this sum must end in a 3, and this sum over here ends in a 5, so we know that it is not a right triangle. And we're done.